Moderna is expected to become the second pharmaceutical company to distribute its vaccine throughout the United States. That's after an independent advisory panel recommended that the US Food and Drug Administration grant emergency use approval to Moderna to send that vaccine across the United States. That's a week after Pfizer was given the same authorization to do so and is currently distributing its vaccine. Moderna's vaccine is a 2-dose vaccine but has some differences. This vaccine is intended for people aged 18 and above, whereas Pfizer's vaccine has a slightly lower age range, approved for people 16 and over. Moderna was confident going into this meeting of this advisory panel of getting that approval, and so was one of the directors of the FDA.
Expect clear and compelling safety and efficacy data to support a favorable benefit risk of the vaccine when rapidly deployed for administration to millions of individuals, including healthy people.
Speaking of Pfizer, it appears you can get too much of a good thing. Hospitals and other institutions distributing its vaccine have discovered that while they were expecting the vials to contain 5 doses of the vaccine, some of them have contained up to 7. And that's caused confusion with those extra doses being thrown out, only for the FDA to say they are safe to use, provided they're not mixed up. But understandably, that's causing some concern during this pandemic that vital vaccines are being thrown away. Nevertheless, Pfizer says it should have an additional 2 million doses ready for allocation next week, along with Moderna, which says it's ready to go with nearly 6 million doses. All of this is taking place as lawmakers remain deadlocked on a second stimulus package amid soaring COVID-19 cases. And yet they still had to negotiate to try and keep the federal government going, to keep the lights on of the federal government. They've had to approve not 1, but 2 emergency stopgap funding measures just to keep the federal government going while they're negotiating a second stimulus package. We're talking about some $900 billion that does at least now include stimulus checks and extra benefits, issues that lawmakers were deadlocked on for weeks, if not months. Owen Fairclough, CGTN, Washington.